What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Talk Punch, the place where we talk about all those nerdy things that you love to talk about. Thanks so much for joining us. While you're here, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever a new episode comes out every Wednesday at noon to see what we're talking about that week. Kind of like this week's topic, we're talking Godzilla versus King Kong. I am Brody Hanson, joined as always by Charlie Hickman. Charlie, how's it going?
Brody, it is going pretty well. I'm excited to talk about this movie with you. I watched this and King of the Monsters, and the other ones earlier. There's the Godzilla 2014 one, and then the Skull Island. But this week we crammed. We watched those two films, and so I've got my head is full of monsters, and I'm ready to rumble.
You're ready, man. Yeah. So how long ago did you see the other ones?
Can I tell you that I saw Skull Island on an airplane, and that is not a great film.
Always a good place to watch movies.
On like a screen this big, not like on my iPad or my laptop or something, but on like the little monitors on an airplane. So it was. Like, it was fine. I thought, okay, it was not a great airplane movie, but I think probably one that would benefit from a second viewing. I didn't dislike it. I enjoyed it. Sure. Thought it was kind of nice, but I think I would have liked it more on a larger screen with better audio. Probably.
Sure. Yeah, I just recently watched all of these. Well, I saw the 2014 Godzilla, which for some reason, to me, just feels so separate from this universe. I don't know why.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Who can remember 2014? It feels like 3 lifetimes ago.
I remember I watched it at home. I didn't see it in the theaters. I watched it at home. And that movie is so dark. Like the picture itself is just really
What do you mean
dark.
the actual picture? Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't see what's going on. And they're underground and it's dark and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. So that's kind of the only thing I really remember. I don't think Godzilla was in it very much. But then
he wasn't in it at all. It was very controversial.
I just watched Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters.
You love Skull Island, right? Am I getting that correct? Am I getting my information is coming in?
Yeah,
you love Skull Island.
I liked Skull Island a lot.
Oh, he's changing. I heard I got loved on the in-ear monitor from our producers.
Did I love it? I don't know if I loved it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was fun. And so I recently watched those probably just a few weeks ago. So I was ready.
That movie had Loki and Captain Marvel in it. I mean, who knew? That's good.
And Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And the Nova Corps officer from Guardians of the Galaxy with John C. Reilly. Come on, Charlie. Right. It's like your favorite movie, dude.
I do love me some John C. Reilly.
Sadly, John C. Reilly is not in this movie. I wish he was.
No, me too.
That would have been awesome. There was a whole bunch of people.
A noticeable lack of John C. Reilly.
There was a whole bunch of people in this movie that were new to the franchise. I don't know. Okay, well, before we get all there, Charlie, what do you think of this movie?
All right, so I know we're gonna start with some overall thoughts.
Yes.
And I want to be clear that this movie is exactly what you would expect it to be. So if you are watching a trailer for this film or have not seen it and are unsure if you want to watch it or would like it, just know that it is what it says it will be. It is a big action film with monsters battling, not a lot of real depth to the plot, not a lot of real insightful wisdom to be gained from it. It is the action sequences I feel really deliver, and it does what it's trying to do really well. And if that's what you're looking for, just like a little popcorn flick, I think it's a good one. If you're expecting this to make you real, get right in the heart, get little feels going, sure. make you really think, walk away really contemplating the state of humanity and its role and the planet and nature and life, and this is not for you. Move along. There's nothing to see here. And as far as my thoughts, I probably am always going to lean a little bit more towards the guy that wants a little bit more substance in his films. So for what it was fine. Like I didn't regret watching it. It kind of flew by. I watched it with my kids because my son is a huge Godzilla fan. Of course, like 5 minutes in, my middle son's like, "This is stupid. Like a big monkey is gonna stand a chance against a giant lizard who can shoot like lasers out of his mouth." Pretty good.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
Yeah,
that's good.
so I watched it the other night. It was after everybody went to bed because it was a busy
Late night.
weekend. It was a busy weekend, and I was like, I need to watch it right now, or else I'm not going to be able to watch it. So I watched it while I was building my Lego Hogwarts castle, and
Oh, Brody, not even paying attention to the movie.
no,
Oh,
I
my goodness.
was.
Mm-hmm. We'll
And
see.
it was,
I'm gonna quiz you on character names.
ooh, yeah, character names probably not. I
You better at least get two right.
I had a blast with this movie. I thought
I knew
this
you'd
movie
like it.
was so much fun.
I knew you'd love it.
Oh man. Now, love it is strong. Do I love it?
No,
I
no, no.
don't know if I
I'm
love it.
getting the producers are in my ear. They are saying you loved it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, there were. I'm kind of. There were parts of this, specifically like the fights, that I loved, and I can't wait to watch again. There's other parts of the movie that I was like, I don't, like the kids and the conspiracy theory guy. I don't really care. Like, can we get this? Let's get going. I want to get back to Godzilla versus King Kong.
Right.
And so there was some stuff that I was like, that could have been cut. But it was like this was less than 2 hours. It flew by. I had a blast watching it.
Yeah.
I took some notes. I loved like the intro. I loved the first time that they fought on the boats. I wrote down, love the boat fight. And then they got to the city and I was like, oh wait, love the city fight more. So it was super cool. I don't know if they're making any more of these. I don't know if they have plans to. I hope they do though. I hope they do. I want a Godzilla versus Kong 2.
Yeah.
Where they can go and fight in the hollow earth. Oh man, it'd be so cool. Fighting in gravity. No gravity. Come on, Charlie. It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome.
Okay. Well. Okay. Can we just real quick? I mean, all of these versus movies where we're just kind of forcing characters to like battle for like no particular reason, whether that's
They
like
had
an
a
Alien
reason
versus
for
Predator or Freddy versus Jason or Batman versus Superman or King Kong versus Godzilla. This is like, let's be honest about what this is. This is a throwback to two people sitting in a bar or a living room or in a car and just going, no, Godzilla could totally beat up King Kong, and be like, no, Kong would totally destroy Godzilla because he's like more mobile and he's got a big, and it's just like a random bar argument. And they're like, all right, now we'll build a movie around it. And why will they fight? It doesn't matter. And what do we need other characters?
It does matter.
They don't matter.
It was a totally logical reason. There can only be one king. We learned that in King of the Monsters. And so now Godzilla knows that King Kong is out there. There can be only one, Charlie. There can be only
and he
one.
just know, and I love that he just knows and he can sense it. Yeah. I love that they take the boat through waters and they're all like really scared that they're going to run into Godzilla because Godzilla's in the waters, and then Godzilla comes and completely thrashes them. And then they're like, you know what? Maybe we should just airlift him. Can we do that? And just completely avoid Godzilla? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and airlift him. And we'll go straight to the place where we need to be, like immediately, without any chance of running into Godzilla. This is definitely like a shut off your brain. You can't.
It totally is.
How heavy is King Kong that he can just stand on a battleship boat and not sink it? I don't know. It's fine. He can just walk on it. It's no big deal. Boats are very buoyant. Just don't overthink it. Don't worry about the millions of people that are dying in the cities as buildings are
Hong Kong
collapsing.
is just destroyed. There's no coming back from that.
And I do love that they picked Hong Kong, right? A lot of tie-ins in this movie.
Yeah.
The girl from Stranger Things is in it, and then they go to the Upside Down.
Yeah, sure.
Right. So a lot of they did some neat plays with like the music, like there's like a 3-note melody that was in the original Kong that was kind of like that melody, and they added like a 4th note for this one. Like there was some neat like tie-ins, or some neat little subtle things.
Sure.
It was fun, but yeah, I mean, come on. This is just like, let's let the monsters fight.
Totally.
Don't
totally.
let's not try to make it sound like the plot was real, substantial, or made a lot of sense.
And it doesn't need to be anything else. They could have had less plot and more fighting, and honestly, I probably would have liked it even more.
I know, like the humans like were the worst part of this, and I kept finding myself wondering, why didn't they just have the same humans running throughout all the movies? Like, why not have like a set of characters? Why not have like the people that were in Skull Island be the people that were caring for Kong in this movie? And
because they would have been super old. It took place took place in the 70s.
So make them old. Great. They're the same characters. Let's tie it in. Every movie they're like introducing new characters. They start the King of the Monsters with like a family. And I had to go back and look. I'm like, did I miss their kid getting wiped out in the first Godzilla? Were they in that? No, they weren't in it. So it's just like a dead kid off screen, which is sad. And then oh gosh, I did not like King of the Monsters, by the way. Like the people part.
Okay.
The monster fights were cool, but the people part, the mom going like, oh, you know what the civilization needs? Armageddon.
Yeah.
Let's kill everyone, and then going like, you know what? Killing everyone, maybe not a good idea.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see this coming. I could not have foreseen all the death of people when I said the death of people.
Yeah.
And it didn't make any sense.
Sure.
And if you're gonna put like try to give real motivations, it should make sense. It should be like, hey, if she's thinking society needs an overhaul, why start with all like the people? Anyway, I guess we don't need to get into the politics of King of the Monsters,
but like
it didn't make it was really
but they
badly.
Kyle Chandler was like the main guy in King of the Monsters, and they brought him back for this movie
for like a phone call
for like 2 scenes. And,
hello.
And it was like, oh, where's my daughter? Like, oh, you're in Hong Kong, okay. And then he's there at the end of like, oh, I was so worried about you, and I'm like, where have you been? Like, isn't this your specialty?
Who does the daughter live with? Like, anyway, yeah.
I don't know. So it was weird that we got like a whole new crop of people, and yes, they're more like Kong centric, Kong focused people. Kyle Chandler was more of a Godzilla guy, but I don't like. Why couldn't it have been Kyle Chandler with his daughter going, why do we need like comic relief conspiracy theory guy? I don't know.
Bernie,
Bernie, who's washing himself in bleach daily. Daily, he's washing himself in bleach.
I mean, I love that like they have this secret facility that's so discreet and so secret that no one knows what they're doing, that they're building this mecha Godzilla, that no one has any idea that this is happening here. Why would Godzilla attack this facility? No one has there's no oversight because it's so secretive. And yet simultaneously, there's just a dude who's got like this podcast with enough reach that the daughter's here and everyone knows, and he's just able to kind of like waltz around and like get data and like like.
And he had said like, I've been working there for 5 years, and it's like, so you automatically get like high level clearance to everything because you've worked there for 5 years.
Look, I mean, they make the plot simple. They don't want things they did, I guess, to be fair, they didn't slow the movie down too much with the people. Sure. It just kind of like they served as very like, it was very contrived and very convenient. They we're trapped in this pond, and now we're at the Mecha Godzilla testing, and so again, let's just keep things moving. Don't let the humans get too much in the way, and let the monsters fight. And that was, I could have done with less humans, and I think that we could have gotten more out of the humans with less screen time if it had just been a consistent group of humans from Skull Island to Godzilla 14, from Godzilla 14 and all. It's like if they just had like the same people kind of tied together, same family, same lineage, it would have been cool.
Sure.
If they just had the same names, like older people from like the Skull Island, and you're like, oh sweet, it's like old Brie Larson.
Old Loki.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Jack Black.
Overall, Jack Black.
He was in the the Peter Jackson Godzilla.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Or not Godzilla. It's
King Kong.
King Kong. Now you got me doing it. You got me doing it.
My goodness.
Just
Yeah.
testing you.
So overall, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to show my kids. I can't wait to watch the fight scenes again and get excited about that, and probably zone out when a lot of the humans are around. But I really enjoyed it. I had a blast watching this movie.
My oldest said he loved it. He loved the monsters fighting. He said, you know, we didn't really get to see a lot of blood from like the humans getting squished or whatever. He was a little bit disappointed in that. So that might be something I need to deal with later on. But for now, it's just cute when he says it. Dad, there wasn't enough squishing of people. You're right.
So overall, you like it?
Look, overall, and there's been a few movies we've talked about in the history of this podcast where I feel this way. It's like a 6 for me.
Okay.
It's like a fine popcorn flick. It's like a good action film with the family. Not a lot of depth, not a lot of substance. It's one that I wouldn't mind watching again, but not one that I'm going to go out of my way to see. It's probably something more like if I did watch it, I'd rather watch like scenes of it rather than watch the movie in its entirety. Just give me the monsters fight, and that's it for me. Like I don't need to see the kids and the Alexander Skarsgård having like 4 or 5 wooden lines here or there. I'm also in the movie.
Well, there you go. There's our overall thoughts. So now,
what would you give it, by the way, on a 10?
7.5.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm gonna up mine. I'm 6.2. I'm gonna up it.
6.2. Oh, we're going off a
Talk me into
100 point scale. Gee whiz.
With your decimal scoring.
With 7.5, you can go off the 20-point scale easily. So there's our overall thoughts in a shorter video. I don't like it, Charlie. If you'd like to see a more elaborate walkthrough of the plot as Charlie eloquently goes through all of those big parts of the movie and we talk about it all, make sure that you click on the link below. That will take you over to that video, and that way you can see what we thought of all the cool stuff, because all those cool fights, I love talking about them. Can't wait to watch again. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the link below so you can go check out the rest of this video. In the meantime, we'll talk to you later. I don't like it. I don't like it, Charlie.
See you next time.
No. Ugh, it's so gross. All right. Bye.